Hey there, if you watch this video till the end I will give you this cookie. Okay, let's get into the point. The class I recommend using would be Merchant. But you can also pick either Demon, Farmer, or Dealer. As you can see that the Merchant passive is pretty good for this batch. It's time to hop into the game. Now, there are two important things you would need to focus on in this run. They are economy and survivability. You also want to prioritize economy first though, so actually for the economy part, there are likely 3 items that will play a big role. The first 2 items are clearly for money but not this one. We will need Torture to buy more Greed Crown since it increases our max HP, as Greed Crown is the easiest one to get here and it helps us in economy part. You also need at least 1 HP regeneration item since we will be getting a lot of ritual items, because we definitely can't only rely healing on the 30 HP chalice. In my case, I got it in Hoss bag which is a good choice for this part, but there are still other good HP regeneration items like for example, 1 to 2 Book of Blood, 1 to 4 Bat Wings or 1 Bat Scythe would be good enough too. These items basically work like economy items as we also count our HP as another currency. Keep in mind that Pirate Hat is the most effective one here, so it's best to get one as fast as possible especially if you got it before round 20. If you're able to stack a lot of said items, that would be even better. Although HP regeneration items could be classified in survivability part, we actually need to focus on that part after we get a hand on good economy already, which I will be guiding about later in the video. Now for the weapon, well we are definitely going to use ranged type weapons for sure. In the early rounds of the game, you want to get the Golden Slinger, and after that you need to combine it with multi-shot for extra projectiles. If you can't find it then don't worry. Any slinger combining with this item is fine, and if you still cannot find any slinger, Gold Sword is gonna be the last way for you, but you should have any slinger with multi-shot before the 3rd map though, cause if you don't, then you are cooked. Now when I said prioritize that doesn't mean you have to go for economy only. As the game goes on and you feel weak like the damage starts getting too low, you can spend some of your money on some damage increasing items if you want, but the least impact one you can get would be Precise Aim, so please be aware of that. There is also some easier way to increase your damage output. If you have at least 1 Pirate Hat and you want some quick damage upgrade, using the Machine Slinger instead is also a very good choice, since we are going to use it in later rounds anyway, so that's also recommended. And for the pet, of course you want to get the Ranger pet since we're using ranged stat. Now after the 2nd map changes, there are certain things you have to be checked. First, you start having good economy. Second, you have mid or high damage. And the 3rd one, you have or more than 125 max HP. If 3 or 2 of them are checked, that means you are good to go for the survivability part now. The first thing you need to have is good speed stat. Now I will remind it again here, you can improve this part since the first map ended or since the beginning of the game, but that will affect your economy's growth throughout the entire run, so that's why I told you to prioritize the economy part first. Back to the point. After you enter the 3rd map which is also known as the 30th round, focus less on economy and invest major part of your money into speed stat items, but don't completely ignore those economy items though. We're just gonna start buying other items that will help us in survivability part. Always balance between these 2 things and you should be fine. Now aim for these speed items. It'll be in order from the best to the worst in my opinion. Speed Coil, another Speed Coil, Mask, and Grapple Hook. Take note that do not buy Grapple Hook too many since it decreases your max HP. Do this until you have around 22 to 35 speed while also getting more economy items. After that we will be focusing on the remaining stats, which is damage and defense. You basically now can focus on them but still, the economy must be prioritized first. Not strict but should be around this. Economy for 40%, defense and damage both for 30%. For the damage part, any items that increases your ranged stat would do. Try getting the Dynamite is also not a bad choice. The AoE damage is insane. And the defense part, same goes for damage items but there is a specific item you need. It's an item that allows you to generate shield. Called Armor Bag, you will be able to generate shield that can double up your max HP and that is needed. So getting this specific item since the early stage isn't wrong, but after you came this far, getting like 2 to 3 of it would be recommended. Also buy other defense items to maintain your defense stat above -1. Improve these stats until you officially reach round 50, and after that you don't need to prioritize the economy part anymore. If done correctly, you will likely be rich at this point. Just keep buying necessary items you need like damage or defense or even critical chance, but don't forget to invest some of your money into economy for its growth. keep increasing your economy until you could get like 2,000 to 4,000 in-house per shop. Congratulations, you have reached the final part of the guide. What you have to do next is just save up and do not buy anything except the ritual items until you have 8,000 or more in-house before entering the shop. Alright, thanks for watching the video, and I wish you good luck following on this guide. Here is your cookie as I promised.